Welcome to week 5 football.
The Chiefs game is on in like exactly 1 hour. So there are the standings so far. Week 5, you're starting to see who's starting to have a successful season, winning season, and losing season, really bad season. So there are a few surprises. The Vikings are 5-0.
Is that a surprise? I mean, people think highly of Cousins.
Cousins are on the Vikings. And boom!
Wait, he was though, right?
Yeah.
That's where that came from. All right.
But
don't act like that was
they never
so
went,
crazy.
but they didn't go 5-0 when.
I know, but I'm just saying that's why I had Vikings in my mind. Let's make something clear.
Just stop clapping. Let's go.
Let's make something clear. The Vikings are 5-0 right now, and the Chiefs, after tonight's game, will also be 5-0. So 2 teams out of 32 teams in the NFL, in case you didn't know that, are 5-0 because you know what? What you speak as being true manifests. Today, we're talking about George Kittle.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm probably going to add a graphic right here of George Kittle.
Okay.
All right. I'm excited to talk about George Kittle. Are you?
Yeah, sure. He's a great tight end. Some people consider him to be better than Travis Kelce.
Whoa. Why?
Whoa. He's in my opinion, I think he's a better receiver than Travis Kelce is. I think he's a little bit faster. Well, I think his main thing is that he's just better at catching ball security. You have anything to say about that?
Oh, about that specifically? They both seem like great players to me. And I feel like they're the only reason I'm clued into tight ends as a position is Travis Kelce and George Kittle. Now, I am aware, though, that people really loved the Rob Gronkowski, and he was a tight end, right?
Yeah, he played for the Patriots a long time ago.
I mean, not that long ago, but...
Well, he retired not that long ago.
Yeah. So he also was like a popular tight end.
Yeah, he was kind of like with Tom Brady as for his career.
Yeah.
He retired before, but...
Do you want to say, what does a tight end do? What is their job?
So, coaches, or I even say the league, made tight ends a position for the huge variety of plays in a certain playbook is so big that they needed to add tight end. So when you have running plays, the tight end acts as an extra lineman. Sometimes they bring in 2 or maybe even 3 tight ends on one play to help block. And for some passing plays, they could use an extra receiver. Not for speed, but tight ends are much stronger than receivers are, but much faster than linemen.
All right, let's bring the energy up because George Kittle would want us to bring the energy up. He's a guy with a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, and a lot of positivity in life. Did you know that before he starts every game, he centers himself, grounds himself, and he breathes in positive affirmations and exhales negativity? He is one of my new very favorite players. I just like his personality a lot. He brings a lot of enthusiasm and fire and excitement to the game. I think he does that with his teammates. You see him just really like being like, isn't football so fun? Football's fun. Like every play he does, he's just having a great time, putting his all into it and kind of keeping the morale up with his teammates too, just with all the plays, and just has a lot of, commitment, fire, enthusiasm. I love it. Also, I think he said every game his wife does what we will call the Claire push. So he of course sometimes she's up in a box, so I don't know how that works.
You just say what it is.
He goes up to her and she kind of gets him excited, and then she gives him a hard push out into the game.
Okay. So
I'm gonna start doing that for you every morning for school.
Okay, so George.
So it's yeah, off to school, yeah, go get him.
You go get him. Okay, well, George Kittle is a very aggressive player. All he wants is just big yards and yak, which I think we talked about in the Rasheed Rice video.
We definitely did.
He was built big, so he can't be a receiver, but he still wants to act like a receiver. He wants to be the person that everyone's talking about. Oh, what a huge play, like Odell Beckham against the Cowboys a long time ago when he made that huge catch.
Oh, okay.
Or Tom Brady, just in general, the GOAT. People named him that, and they still name him that. He just wants to be a Hall of Famer, just an amazing player.
Yeah.
Which is a good quality, and it shows in the games that he just wants yards and yak.
In 2020, the 49ers went to the Super Bowl against the Chiefs.
Yeah, and they lost.
And he was like, we'll be back. We will be back. And then they were back. They lost again. And I know that they have major fire about wanting to get back to the Super Bowl and, prove themselves. So I know their desire and motivation is
what did
so
George
strong.
Kittle specifically say after
This last one?
Yeah, the most recent loss.
He said, obviously very disappointed when they lost, and because they really wanted to prove it then, but
They thought this was their chance.
yeah.
When he said they'll be back, he's like, all right, we're back. We know. We predicted it. That they're going to win, but they lost again.
Yeah. So I'm sure he feels the same way again. And I like him so much that I am rooting for him, aside from rooting for the Chiefs. It makes it very complicated for me because I care.
It's a very possible Super Bowl scenario.
Yeah. Boy, would that be an intense, exciting game if it comes down to that.
The Chiefs fighting for 3 in a row. The Niners fighting for their pride.
Yeah. Well said, Drew. It's not just about George. I know about his whole family, basically. Okay? He's got his mom and his dad, Jan and Bruce, and his sister, Emma, his big sister, Emma. And this is a tight-knit family. All right? They grew up, not only are his parents both athletes, his dad was a football player, and his mom was a basketball player.
What teams were they?
Well, his dad played for University of Iowa, and then the Kittles raised Emma and George in Iowa, and then they both went to University of Iowa and played then their sports. But Emma only played briefly, I guess. She played volleyball, and then she went to Oklahoma. But George, he played football for University of Iowa. And then that's where he met his wife, Claire, too, who played basketball for University of Iowa. So you just got a lot of sports going on between his wife and his whole family. And they seem very, very close. Not only do they have a podcast all together, his dad, Bruce, and his sister, Emma, and him are all on it. His sister, she went into yoga and...
Yoga? Really?
Yeah, yes, and teaching yoga, and now she does designed programs for NFL players to help prevent injury or heal more quickly. So she does yoga with NFL players. I tell you what, him and Claire really know how to dress up, though. You should see the pictures they post. Fancy schmancy. You know, they went to is it Justin McCaffrey?
Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, shoot, I know who I confused. Justin Yurchacek.
Kyle Juszczyk.
Oh shoot, that's Kyle.
Who's
Justin?
Justin Fields.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, he went to Christian McCaffrey.
We'll probably do Christian McCaffrey at some point.
Okay, he went to Christian and Olivia McCaffrey's wedding. I mean, they look very, very dapper, very sharp. They all over the place whenever they dress up for their Netflix premiere. Claire has some really good fashion sense. Hey Drew, so what's been going on for you lately?
Talking about football.
Anything else?
What?
Show those pearly whites, Drew.
Oh yeah, I got my braces off today.
Today, you got your braces off.
We'll do life, but it's gonna be a very brief segment.
Okay.
Football takes up 97% of it.
A day before your 13th birthday, tomorrow, he got his braces off and a haircut. Snazzy.
Stop.
How does it feel having your braces off for a few hours?
It's fine.
Does it feel slimy?
No. It's not.
Does it still feel like braces are on your teeth?
Yes.
Ooh, weird. It's like the phantom. It's like when someone says they
do feel slimy.
like they lose an arm, but they still feel like their arm is there. It's like,
I guess they are slimy. I guess. Like, how has your day been?
you know what? It's been good. It's been busy with my son, taking him to get his braces off, to get a haircut, and to eat at Jersey Mike's, where we had a very, very
Good sandwich.
hearty discussion about why Jersey Mike's is better than Subway.
Subway, just their mayonnaise and mustard comes out and just glops.
Yeah.
And they don't care, they just slap it on. Jersey Mike's, make sure to get a knife and spread it neatly and evenly.
Mm-hmm.
Put all their meat, make sure you get all of it in one bite.
Basically, Subway doesn't give a crap, and Jersey Mike's does.
They care.
Look, I'm sorry to say this. I used to work at Subway. I was a sandwich artist. Oh, I was a fantastic sandwich artist, okay?
Glop.
Okay, but like
Glop.
the training at
Glop.
Subway has gone
Glop.
way downhill. I don't know what's happened. Okay, on the top. They teach them to put the meat in the middle, the vegetables on the top, and then the condiments on top of that, except they don't care if it comes out one big fat blob on one end and nothing on anything else. And then I seriously get stressed about going to Subway. It's because now when I go into Subway, I feel like I have to ask for them to do things out of order. And I'm like, could you put the mustard on first? And then could you take a knife and spread it
Tell them
around?
that time. Tell them that time. In Colorado.
I'm very nice about it. I don't see what the problem is, but I'm like labeled as a Karen now. I feel like.
Come on, say that time in Colorado.
Okay, we're in Colorado this summer, and I go into a Subway, just as polite as could be. They start to make my sandwich, and I'm like, hey, actually, could you put the mayo mustard on first? And then she grabs the mayo, and she just goes, and I'm telling you, the biggest, I mean, like, it was like 4 tablespoons of a blob in one spot on the bread, and then she didn't do anything else. Okay? So it's just like a big pool of mayonnaise on one edge.
And she didn't spread it?
Not only was she not going to spread it, she wasn't going to put any more on the other part of the bread. Okay? And she just like puts it back in. And then like a similar thing happened with the mustard. And so then I was like, oh, okay, would you mind taking a knife and like spreading it?
Here comes the good part.
And she apparently was having a bad day, and I did not know, because she literally takes the bread, folds it over, grabs it, and throws it across the room, which I didn't even realize what was happening, but there was a trash can over there.
She made it?
Yeah. But it was so shocking, because she just like grabs my sandwich, chucks it, and throws it into this trash can across the room. And I was like, so
are you gonna make another sandwich?
Are we gonna do this again? And the other Subway employee just... Well, yeah, she walked away.
But then she like throw her hands
Oh,
up?
yeah, she threw her hands up and then like headed, like, I thought she was gonna walk out of the store and quit, like right there and then. All because I asked her if she spread the mayo out. And, but she just headed to the back, and then another employee took over. And then the huge debate in my mind when she started to put the mayo mustard on again was like, can I ask her to spread it with a knife, or should I just...
Wait, she didn't spread it?
No, I mean, it didn't come out in as big of a blob as the first one, but it still was like blobby. And so I'm like feeling...
That's another word that we should probably define when we edit.
feeling like major anxiety, like, can I ask them to spread it? Her to spread it now? Or, I mean, you could cut the tension with a knife. No pun intended.